Hi Aquarius, welcome to your love reading for January 2020. Let's go ahead and see what is coming up for you for the month of January. This is the love reading for the sign of Aquarius for January 2020. The first card you have, Aquarius, is the Ten of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Aquarius for January. Five of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Aquarius for January. Two of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Aquarius for January. Page of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Aquarius for January. The Hermit. Love reading for the sign of Aquarius for January. Eight of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Aquarius for January. Ace of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Aquarius for January. The Magician. Love reading for the sign of Aquarius for January. And you have the Hierophant. What's the most important thing Aquarius needs to hear about their love life for January 2020? The message that you have, Aquarius, is the King of Swords. So this can represent more than likely your energy, but can also be the person that you're coupled with or somebody new coming into your life. When I see a court card like this as the main energy, I do want to get a confirmation card. What confirmation is there for the sign of Aquarius for the King of Swords for January 2020? Six of Wands. So nice. For most of you, this is your energy because you're an air sign. So for the month of January, you do have victory around your love life. This can be perhaps working out issues in your current relationship. But for those of you who are single, this can also be a very positive time to meet somebody new. So we'll come back to these two cards in a minute. Let's go ahead and start at the top of the reading. If you would like a private reading with me, I'll put a link to my website, channeledguidance.com, right below the video. Okay, so you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. So you are starting off with a lot of happiness here. You have the Ten of Pentacles, happiness, stability, commitment, perhaps for some of you, a family. But there is something wrong here. We have the Five of Cups. Some of you could be perhaps missing somebody right now because the Five of Cups sometimes can represent a sense of loss. Perhaps there's been a breakup. Perhaps you're feeling kind of sad that maybe you have lost someone. This card can also represent disappointment. Maybe you feel like this person that you thought you're going to spend the rest of your life with, perhaps you're disappointed in their actions, perhaps, how they have treated you, because you do have a weird energy here, the Two of Pentacles, which can be that maybe this person was a little wishy-washy. Perhaps they were not keeping their word. I mean, the Two of Pentacles, to me, this also represents, a relationship with a lot of ups and downs, a lot of coming and going, perhaps a relationship that was off and on. But I feel like you thought this person was the one, or you were hoping that this was going to lead to something serious, but there was just a lot of instability. With the Two of Pentacles, there also could have been perhaps a third party. Maybe not for everyone, but it does represent sometimes like a juggling act. Other than that, it can also just be a relationship that's off and on with a lot of ups and downs. And again, there is sadness here. There is a sense of loss. Now, if you look at this next row, you have the Page of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Eight of Wands. So there is a lot of kind of thinking here with the Page of Pentacles and the Hermit. I just uploaded the reading for the sign of Cancer, which had both of these cards. So if you have a moon or rising in Cancer, or the person you love is a Cancer, you may want to watch that. So both of these cards were in that reading. There's a lot of soul searching here. We have the Hermit right in the center of the reading. So this can also represent the sign of Virgo. But I mean, the Hermit is kind of like searching for the truth. And it could be that maybe you're trying to figure out in the month of January, like where you really stand, what's really going on with someone who broke your heart, someone who has disappointed you. I see a lot of kind of soul searching for the truth, a lot of thinking. You also have the Page of Pentacles, which is the same message pretty much. The Page of Pentacles, it's like somebody is studying a relationship. Someone is studying perhaps you, looking at you and trying to decide how they feel about you, what they want from you. Perhaps this person that comes and goes, this person that maybe is very wishy-washy. The good news is that you have the Eight of Wands, because to me this is fireworks. This is excitement. This is something that you have been waiting for, anticipating for a really long time. It could be also communication. It can be from X. We're going to do the X spread next. But this is some type of either like message or like some new development that you have been just waiting for, longing for. And it can be you've been waiting for someone to decide. Perhaps someone where they had someone else, or just someone who's very kind of undecided about commitment, or perhaps just you kind of staying with you. Now, if you look at this next row, you have the Ace of Cups, the Magician, and the Hierophant. So, I mean, you have, this energy from the Ace of Cups. So for those of you who are single, remember you did have the King of Swords, which was your energy with the Six of Wands, victory. So if you want to meet somebody new, you don't just want to sit around in the month of January, because there is like a new energy here for a new person to come into your life, especially with something like this right next to it, which is you manifesting. You can manifest a new beginning with somebody new, a new relationship. But if you're already with the person that you love, or you want to work things out, you can also manifest a new beginning with this person. You have the Hierophant. This can represent the sign of Taurus, but it's also, this is a card of soulmates, kindred spirits, soul family, the person you truly belong with. You can manifest this in the month of January, new beginnings. But for some of you, it could be maybe you need a lot of thinking. You have to do some soul searching about maybe who you truly want to be with. Can you really forgive someone? It can be also because you have this Eight of Wands energy here, that you could receive a message in the month of January that surprises you. This could be from an ex, or maybe you're hearing from someone that you feel maybe had been playing with you, just, kind of off and on, coming and going. They disappointed you. And then it's like, whoa, now they're talking about feelings, commitment. I see someone that's looking at something very carefully in the month of January. Okay, let's get a few more. Let's see what else comes up for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Aquarius for January 2020? You have the Star, the Fool, messages for the sign of Aquarius, and the Knight of Swords. So you have this energy from the Star, which can represent actually your energy, but it's also a card of inner guidance. So I feel like if you are with, let me just bring up the Hierophant here, because this is a card of soulmates. If you are truly with the person you belong with, which is the energy of this card, your intuition is going to be screaming that you need to maybe rethink a separation, or that you're not going to lose this person. This is trust in your inner guidance, but it's also, a card of hopes and wishes being granted. And some of you are having, perhaps your hopes for a relationship granted with this, the Fool. This is a new beginning. This is taking a giant risk, maybe in taking somebody back who has disappointed you, who has let you down, who has made you cry, who's upset you. Somebody where, it was an off and on relationship, a relationship that was very unstable, because this is taking a giant risk. There are no guarantees. You have to just follow your heart and your intuition, which is this energy. We also have the Knight of Swords. Usually when the Knight of Swords comes up, expect the unexpected. To me, it's like the Tower. I feel like the sign of Aquarius, and look what I just put it over. I just put the Knight of Swords over the Eight of Wands. There could be something happening for you in the month of January where you are just shocked, perhaps at either communication or just some type of development, some person popping up from the blue, out of the blue, like perhaps an ex, or it could even be a new relationship. Remember, the main energy was you with the Six of Wands, victory. Your love life, whether you're single, coupled, somewhere in between, there is victory for the sign of Aquarius. And again, this can be perhaps a lot of new people coming into your life, or things just changing very unexpectedly for you in your current relationship. Okay, let's go ahead and get some cards from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Aquarius for January 2020? Page of Cups, Four of Wands, the Magician. So you have the Magician twice, which is very powerful. What's the most important thing Aquarius needs to hear about their love life for January 2020? Wow, so you have the Hierophant here 2 times and the Magician 2 times. So here you go. Same card, different deck. This can represent, again, the sign of Taurus, but this is also a card of kindred spirits, soulmates, soul family, finding who you truly belong with. Again, if you're single, you don't want to just sit it out in the month of January, but if you're coupled, this can be a time where you really figure out, if you and this person are truly meant to be. Okay, so let's look at these 3 cards. You have the Magician here 2 times now. Let me just show you here. Same card, different deck. So this is about you manifesting. And you have a chance in the month of January to either manifest somebody completely, completely new if you're single, or even if you're already coupled but unhappy, which I do see here for some of you, you can manifest somebody new. But you can also manifest a new beginning for a relationship where there's been a lot of tears, a lot of coming and going with the Two of Pentacles, a lot of instability. You can manifest a new beginning, a new energy, a new relationship, for a relationship where it's not quite what you want it to be, because that's what I see right here. I mean, the Page of Cups can be, kind of a new beginning for a relationship, a positive new beginning, kind of, rekindling that spark that you had when you first met. But the pages also represent communication. This could be someone really opening up to you, letting you know how they truly feel, that they truly love you. This is communication about feelings, love, relationships. And, you have this energy of Four of Wands. This is stability, commitment. This is something that is long-term, something that is stable. You can manifest this in the month of January because you have the Magician. It could be that maybe you need to open up emotionally to this person. This person maybe that comes and goes. This person who has disappointed you. It's like you have the power to change something here. Maybe you need to let them go for them to truly realize your worth. For some of you, it could be maybe again that you have a lot of thinking to do as far as, what this person truly means to you. But I do feel like you have the upper hand here. Like there is something that you can change about a relationship where it looks bad. Like it doesn't look very promising. Yet there is something that can change with this energy of the Magician 2 times and the Hierophant 2 times. If you're truly meant to be with this person, I feel like you will know. And you will know what to do. And that could be what we're seeing here with the Eight of Wands. A very unexpected development that you've been waiting for. Let me get a confirmation card for this so we can see what this is. What confirmation is there for the Eight of Wands for the sign of Aquarius for January 2020? Yeah, I mean, this is the breakup card. This is a card of breakups, divorces, heartache, being separated from the person that you love. So there is, because this is actually a very positive card, there is a very unexpected development or communication around someone who broke your heart, someone who left you, or someone who is speaking of divorce. Again, because this is challenging, the Three of Swords, but the Eight of Wands is very positive. It's fireworks. It's excitement. You've been waiting for this to change. You've been waiting for something to happen, and it's finally here. Because I've pulled the Three of Swords. This is around someone who broke your heart, someone who left you, or someone who maybe was talking about divorce. Something positive is changing there. That could be what we're seeing here with the Fool. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the X spread. Okay, Aquarius, let's go ahead and see what is going on between you and your ex for January 2020. First card you have is the Ten of Pentacles, which actually was the first card for the last spread that I did for you. That's pretty strange. Aquarius and their ex for January. Justice. Page of Swords. Aquarius and their ex for January 2020. Okay, you have a jumping card here. You have the King of Wands. Aquarius and their ex for January. Seven of Swords. Death. Aquarius and their ex for January 2020. The Moon. The Tower. My goodness. Aquarius and their ex for January. And the Eight of Swords. Let me get a confirmation card for this, because I can tell you I already kind of wondering what this is with the Moon being the same spread. Why has the Seven of Swords come up for Aquarius and their ex for the month of January 2020? Okay. So let's go ahead and start at the top, because there's definitely something strange here for the sign of Aquarius as far as your ex. We'll get to the second row in a minute. We have the Ten of Pentacles, Justice, and the Page of Swords. So obviously, I mean, you have Justice here with the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you have definitely been done wrong by the person that you love, your ex. I mean, justice comes up when things have not been fair to you. This can also represent the sign of Libra, but this means that something's out of balance. Something is not fair to you. You were done wrong. And like I said, you're starting with the Ten of Pentacles. This was the first card that I pulled for you in the first spread, and it's here again. And this time we're focusing just on exes. But that energy of, a relationship, commitment, stability, it's still there. But you were not done wrong. You were done wrong. Things were not fair to you. You have the Page of Swords. Some of you, because of the second row, which I'm going to get to in a minute, some of you could be hearing the truth as far as like why somebody really, what they were really thinking, why they truly made the decisions that they did, why they broke up with you, what really happened with the Page of Swords, because this is the truth coming out. Let me show you what I'm looking at here in the next row. You have the King of Wands, which could be, this would be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. It can also be you if you have a moon or rising in a fire sign. We have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords does represent deceit, lies, someone who's very sneaky, someone who's two-faced. And the confirmation card that I got for it was the Ace of Swords. So these are lies. This is the truth. I feel like you're going to, and again, here's the truth, and here's the truth. I feel like, there could be something as far as your ex, maybe as far as, why you broke up, that you were not aware of. You have the moon in the same spread. This is why I decided to get a confirmation card right away. Because the moon represents the unknown, things that are hidden from you, coming to light. As it is, you already have the strong message of the truth, deceit. You and your ex may have broken up for reasons that you don't know about. You may think that it was about this or that, maybe whatever it is that you argued about or that they told you. That may not be at all what is really going on. You could have a sense of clarity in the month of January as far as what really happened between you and this person. And that could lead to a huge change. You have death here. This also represents a sign of Scorpio. But death also means that everything will change. Once you know the truth, everything will change. Once the truth comes out, everything will change. There will be a huge transformation as far as the relationship with your ex. Again, there's the energy of the truth, the Ace of Swords, the truth, the Page of Swords. But there is some type of deceit. And it could be, for some of you, because it's a general reading, it's hard to tell. It could be maybe that you didn't know the truth about why you really broke up, what was really going on. Or maybe they did not know. Maybe they were, kind of in denial. The Seven of Swords can be self-deceit, just like the moon here. So let's look at the bottom row. You have the moon, the Tower, the Eight of Swords. So just seeing these two cards, this combination of cards, if there was something that your ex was hiding from you, or the other way, maybe you were hiding something from your ex, like it will be revealed. Like you will know in the month of January. And it could be for some of you that you might find out, again, there's something you don't know with the moon. Things are hidden. It's a very emotional energy. Some of you could be finding out that your ex still loves you. And this could put you in an awkward position because maybe you met somebody new or you're with somebody. Because there's kind of this energy of like, what do I do now? I'm stuck. You've got the Seven and the Eight of Swords. This is feeling trapped. A mental prison. And it could be also, because again, you've got truth, and then deceit with the Seven of Swords, deceit with the moon. That there has been some deceit as far as what really happened, as far as a breakup with your ex, the reasons why you broke up, that, they could be suddenly coming to light. The Tower is also a shocking revelation that changes everything. And it might kind of leave you in this place of like, now what do I do? Now that I know the truth. Okay, let's get a few more cards. What other messages are there for Aquarius about their ex for January 2020? The Hermit. Judgment. The Devil. Okay, so I pulled all major arcana for you. The Hermit, Judgment, Devil, all major arcana. I feel like there could be a lot of significant changes with your ex, because we did see that in the first spread. Like if you've been waiting for a long time for any type of change, any type of development, this could be the month where you actually see it. I do see a new beginning here, because Judgment this is what you want to see when you're asking about an ex. Well, this is a relationship coming back to life. But there is a lot of thinking around this. It's also the fact that somebody needs to shed some light on the truth. So you have a strong message of the truth. Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, the truth, the truth. There is something, like it's a general reading, so think, how does this relate to me? What is it I don't know about my ex? Even the Tower. This is a shocking revelation. Maybe there's something you don't know about your ex that could come to light. But there is a new beginning here. And that shocking revelation, it could be, as far as why you broke up. But that shocking revelation could be that they still care. They still love you. Judgment is a second chance. But there could be strong fears here with the Devil. That's the first thing I get. Strong fears, pessimism. Like maybe they could be thinking, Aquarius won't forgive me. Maybe, I've hurt them too much. Kind of, being in a dark place. But this can also be maybe that, a relationship, there's a lot of negativity. where you've got to kind of explore, like, is this what's best for me? It also represents the sign of Capricorn. Okay, let's get a few more cards from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Aquarius about their ex for January 2020? Interesting. The moon again. Aquarius and their ex for January. Ooh. What the heck? The King of Wands 2 times. Ten of Swords. If your ex is a fire sign, let me just move this card out of the way for now. Look at this. If your ex is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising, or if you have a moon or rising and a fire sign, major alarms going off right now. This reading is for you. Although keep in mind, the King and the Queen of Wands, they also represent taking the lead. So if you don't have any fire in your chart and your ex does not have any fire in their chart, this is the need to take action to make something happen. So you do have the moon 2 times. I mean, you have the King of Wands 2 times, but you also have the moon. You have a huge message here. And again, I'm trying to figure out this reading because I'm intrigued, even though I'm not an Aquarius in any way, shape, or form. You have a really strong message here of like truth and deceit. Like, ouch. There are a lot of messages here of truth. Truth, truth, truth. Deceit. Deceit. Like, you don't know the truth. Or I forgot one down here. The Tower is also the truth. There's just a strong message here of like, you don't know the truth. Or you will know the truth. There's lies. You only know half the truth, half the story with the moon. Also, this could also represent the sign of Pisces. But, you know, the moon, if something is hidden from you, or something was hidden from you, like, you will know. Like, you will know in the month of January. So keep your eyes open. And ironically, you know, I pulled the Ten of Swords. Because the Ten of Swords is a betrayal. This is someone who has stabbed you in the back. Also, you know, someone who has been deeply hurt, who has not been able to move on. And that could be you. Because we did see the Five of Cups. It was here in the first spread. If that person hurt you, and you did have, again, that Five of Cups in the same place where you have justice now, something has not been fair to you. Again, all these messages of the truth I keep pointing out to you. Here, 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 here. And then the energy of lies. Here, here, here. Like, everywhere. I feel like you will know in the month of January. So very interesting. I feel like, you know, also just kind of keep an open mind. For those of you like something horrible, really painful happened with an ex, it may not all be what you think. It could be that someone has lied or something was kind of misunderstood. Because some of you might feel like, you know, kind of trapped once you know the truth. Like, now what? Now what do I do with this? Some of you may have moved on, or maybe you just don't know how to get back to where you were. I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued. Let me get one more card for you. Final message for the sign of Aquarius about their ex for January 2020. Okay, so the Seven of Wands is confrontational energy. So some of you, because there is that energy of like being hurt here, strong energy of deceit and truth, this is perhaps you having a chance to confront your ex in the month of January. This is saying be firm. I feel like somebody wants you back. Like somebody will fight. Somebody's willing to fight for you. But this is saying, like, stand your ground, be firm. This is about not being anybody's doormat. Maybe somebody has finally woken up and realized you're the one. You did have the Hierophant 2 times in the first spread, which is great if you want this person back. But you're also being told here, like, be firm. Like, don't let this person, you know, hurt you again. That could be why you have the King of Wands 2 times. This is about taking the lead, being very self-confident, maybe, you know, making sure that you're getting this commitment that we saw also in the first spread. Okay, Aquarius, this has been your love reading for January 2020. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.